Sorry if this week's video starts off with my face. Nothing I can do about it. Because the one thing I have to do is thank people face to face. Video to face, video to... I don't know. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. The recent outpouring of generosity has been overwhelming. To the point that I think I honestly out loud saying to people, we're going to do a moratorium on sending me amazing patterns and things. This is out of hand. You got to let me send some stuff out before anybody starts sending me things again, because this is insanity. I got a message from a lovely lady named Carol who asked if, I think the way she put it was that she bought something on Stash Unload and realized that, you know, it was probably, you know, it's meant for 40 count, and I had been talking about 40 count and I had mentioned this pattern. And so she just, in her wonderfully generous brain, said, I'm going to send this pattern to this random person on the internet who may or may not be genuine, but, you know, she's entertaining. That's me, the entertaining one. So she did. I don't even know. Where do I start? I don't know if any of you have heard of this pattern. I don't know. Maybe you're not familiar with, perhaps you've been living in a fallout shelter for the past, I don't know how long. Carol? Carol! Are you kidding me? I keep like peeking in here thinking maybe I'm being punked and like there's blank paper in here. No, she is just that marvelous of a person. This is not like a little, I'm going to keep holding it up for you to see. Revel in it. Revel in it. My God. Now, ooh, you know what I just noticed? There's a block here with ghosties. I'm supposed to be stitching ghosties this month. This is insanity. Carol, I can't yell loud enough how thankful I am for this. It really is above and beyond. And I was just, I'm just blown away. Of course, Carol is not, you know, she's not a saint or anything. Because I found her. I found her on Stash Unloading cross-stitch patterns. I'm going to put in a picture of what I just bought from her because I didn't even know this existed. I know, right? So more patterns are coming. Who have I become? Who have I become? I was 3-4 months ago very happy to stitch every freebie I could come across in the universe. Now I have a Lowry stand. I have a Lowry stand and real patterns, and I have, look at it! Oh my God. Carol, thank you. Thank you so much. You were extremely generous, and the only thing I can do is try to pay it forward. So let's do some giveaways. Clearly I am stealing my format from Bendy Stitchy Michelle Garrett. I'm hoping she doesn't mind. I didn't ask her because I didn't. A friend of mine at work who is a former cross-stitcher gave myself and my other co-worker a ton of patterns and magazines and things that she wasn't going to stitch anymore. 97% of them not really my style, but they could be somebody's style. And they're lovely. They're just not my gig. So let's start with a few things to give away. And in doing things the same way Michelle does, because she does everything right and we just do everything next, just put down in the comments, I would like to stitch the whatever it happens to be. Don't mention giveaways. I can say be a subscriber. I'm not going to check, but it would be nice if you could be a subscriber, because God knows if I can get to that 1,000 subscribers and that 240,000 minutes watched, you know, it'd be nice to be able to make a couple of dollars from YouTube. If not, I'm not going to panic. I'll find another sideline. I used to sell on eBay. I can do that. Anyway, this is the first one, and we will call it Motherly Love because that's what they called it. And actually, bonus Jonas, there's stuff on the back that you can stitch as well. But if you would like to stitch, and I'll try to get a decent shot of it, the little bunny, and it says, mother is another word for love, which is adorable. So if you would like to stitch that, I would like to stitch Motherly Love. On the back are some little Christmas dealies. No picture of the finished product, but they're on the back. Oh, and again, this will be folded up into an envelope, stamp, nothing fancy. You know, I don't have that many envelopes, so it could come in a cereal container. I don't know. It'll happen. The second one, and I have to see, she got very creative with the way she attached some of these. And some of these have little, they're not pulled out really precisely, but you can use the pattern. It's fine. It's free. It's fine. These are lovable Easter designs. I would like to stitch Easter designs. And they're little eggs with bunnies. So cute, the bunnies. Wow. Silly bunnies. So what is attached here, interestingly, let's see if I can get this here. So it has the patterns for the little bunnies and for the kind of little egg and chick border. So it has that. But the back of the other page actually has a little farm scene. It says, welcome to the funny farm. And that's complete there too. Just doesn't have a picture of the finished product. So I would like to stitch the Easter designs for that one. And the last one is a whole book, because I'm not taking apart a book. Wouldn't work anyway. This is Stony Creek Collection, To Have and to Hold. I thought maybe this would be a good time of the year to bring this out. Maybe for June weddings. Am I focusing? Has this thing been focusing the whole time? I don't know. So it has wedding samplers. It looks like it has some white work. It's got, some of these are pretty involved. Looks like they've got the ring pillows. I mean, this is quite the thing. A little sampler. That's kind of cute. So we have that, and it is 20 pages long. 21 actually, with the back cover. What's happening here? Oh, there's a needle. No extra charge. You can have that. No charge at all. So this was, actually used to be $6.95 way back when. How old is this? This is 1999. You can party like it's 1999. I would like to stitch To Have and to Hold. So those are our 3 giveaways for this week. If, let's see, comment by, hold please. All right, so put your comment on this video by for these 3 giveaways, and I will get the winner's information into the next video. It won't be its own video, but I'll respond to your comment anyway, so you'll know right away whether you're a winner or not. And we will try to keep this up, and maybe next week we'll do a little more giveaway. But let's do a moratorium on sending Andrea any more wonderful things, because I can't handle it. Not really good at that. I'm so grateful that I'm terrified. This is what you've brought out in me, people. This is what you've brought out. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. And behind this should be the rest of the video. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Coffee. Corn Pops. Dead files. This is Sunday. Oh. And stitching. Check in later.
Oh, yeah. Look at all the progress I've made today. Remember that whole drain problem I told you about? Yeah, it came back again today. That was just great. So the guy has come and gone and cleared out some more roots. And now we have to have the camera put down there to find out where all the problems are coming through so they can fix it. Luckily, he didn't even charge us for today. That was a little awesome. But now poor Mark is downstairs cleaning God knows what kind of water. I don't even want to think about it. So yeah, not much getting done today. But we'll see. It's only 3:30. Maybe we'll settle in for the day. I will check in later. Bye, guys. It's another finish. It doesn't look finished. I don't know. I felt like there was more to this, but there isn't, and I'm done, so hooray! My Ostara ornament is done. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. I finished Yule as a pillow, and I finished Samhain as like a canvas. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. But I'm happy. It came out nice. I'm out of breath. I just came running from upstairs. One of those things. Whatever. B5200. Still, you know, spot on. The best possible color to do anything in. It's done. We're not going to argue. I may go up and get the Mill Hill kit. It's wicked early. It's only 9 o'clock. There's plenty more Olympics to watch. Don't think I need the Lowry for a Mill Hill kit, though. I will check in later. Bye, guys. Okay, we're going to give this another try tonight. Instead of the black lugana, which was no, we are going to use the linen of questionable origin. I'm not entirely sure that this is actually stitching linen, but it's linen, and I have it, and it's the color I want. And it's kind of the texture I want. So let's hope this works out. Because I know in the past I have started projects on this and then, you know, burnt them. Let's hope it doesn't come to that this time. I recorded a thing this morning, but I don't think I'm going to use it because I recorded it in the car and you probably can't even hear it and whatever. This week, it's only Tuesday, and this week has already gone to hell in a bucket. Sunday, we had the issue again with roots in the drain. Stuff backed up into the... There's something happening over here. Hold on. What? Hey, that's my rug. Could you not? Okay, bye. Where was I? Roots in the drain, water in the basement. Horrible, horrible water. I don't want to talk about it. They came out again, cleared it again. Blissfully did not charge me because they'd only been here 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are awesome. But I'm having them come out on Thursday and send the camera down into the sewer so that they can see where the roots are coming in, and I may have to get rid of some trees. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I'm not going to think about it till Thursday. So that happened, and then Mark's brother has been very sick for a very long time, and he is back in the hospital, and he is not doing well. So I apologize. There's chaos. There's complete chaos going on here. Thank you, Socks' butt.
So not only are we kind of dealing with him, but this will be the third brother, if things go poorly, that Mark has lost. I don't know that his father can take that. I don't know that he can. So it's all very upsetting and sad, and I don't know how this week is going to go. Now, this is a guy that has rallied time and time again, and let's hope that he does it this time. But for right now, this week is just sort of up in the air, and recordings may happen, recordings may not. We'll see. All depends. But for tonight, I've got some stitching, nice new start. We've got Wild Kingdom going on in the living room. I think, oh, good Lord, I think I'm going to order a pizza because it's that kind of day. Oh, yeah, that's what everybody wants to see, Socks. That's what everyone wants to see. Good Lord, I went to bed so fast last night I didn't even stop to show you how far I'd gotten. Not very. But I really like stitching this. This is cool. It's gotten to the point now that the pattern's going to repeat, so I don't even have to look at the book now. I just look at the one before it and keep going down, 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 down till I'm done. When I'm done is, I don't know, when I give up. It's usually a good indication of when I finish something. I just need to stop and tell the world how happy I am. I got Instagram shouted out by Amy DeVille. I'll just keep saying it until one of them sounds correct. I am so happy right now. I'm like sitting here like a big goofball. My husband was just looking at me. He's like, why are you smiling? I'm like, nah, the internet likes me, so he probably, thinks I need to be medicated, whatever. So thank you, Amy. That just made my night. It made my week. I wish I were on Instagram more. I would have known and not just been completely oblivious to wonderful people saying nice things about me. But, that's the story of my life. I am off work tomorrow, so I am planning a stitch with me. Planning. I got plumbers coming sometime between 10 and noon, so I gotta figure that out, but it's a plan. But tonight's plan is more Celtic swirlies, more Olympics, more coffee. Talk to you later, guys. Hey, you've seen this before. It is 9 a.m. on a Thursday, and I am off today. I am not even like I will be logged in waiting for something terrible to happen off today. I am off today. So, guys with cameras should be showing up about, well, anywhere between 10 and noon. So I'm going to work on this. I'm watching Bendy Stitchy, Michelle Garrett, because I'm always watching Michelle. I'm always watching. You would think that she was putting out 8 or 9 videos a week, because every night I sit down and there appears to be a Bendy Stitchy video for me. It's magical. It's magical. I am also tea-dyeing some 18-count Aida because I realized that I have been hoarding 18-count Aida and not actually using it for anything. Don't know why, because as we saw with Ostara sitting over there, came out nice, came out great. Very happy with that. Lots more patterns to do, so. That is going on today. And then this afternoon, after the men with the cameras leave, which doesn't sound weird at all, we're going to do a stitch with me on Death by Cross Stitch. And I have like 3 different, drama queen kind of stuff to talk about. So I just have to pick which rant I want to go on. And so that will happen. And we will actually have a video of over like 18 minutes or something this week because, this week,
what's getting in my way right now, in addition to regular life, is the Olympics. Because, oh my God, the Olympics. So we will get back on a schedule. But anyway, I'm going to go make some coffee. I'm going to go put my fabric in my boiling tea. And we'll see how this day goes. I will check in with you guys in a while. Bye. Mr. Drain has come and gone. I gotta make me some money. I gotta pay for my drainage system. Good Lord. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that right now. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Everything's fine right now. It's just, it's one of those things that either needs to be fixed or maintained. And over time, the price of maintaining it could exceed the price of fixing it, and whatever. The good news is I got stitchy mail. When I was so generously gifted Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by my new best friend, Carol, I decided to go poking around, and I found her on Facebook in, I want to say it's Stash Unloading, cross stitch only. I could be making that up, so don't quote me. And I was looking through her stuff, and I said, what is Wicked Christmas? What is Wicked... Oh, wow, that's happening again. Okay. What is Wicked Christmas? Look at this thing. I didn't know it existed. I did not know that this was a thing. How cute is that? They're delivering presents. Oh my God. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's all in Italian. It's, well, I mean, it's not all in, well, yeah, it's all in Italian. But I will not let that, deter me. So, yeah, because what I needed was another project. But I couldn't resist it when I saw it, and she had it at such a good price. I was happy. So, stitchy mail received. Projects ready. More Michelle, because I forgot to finish this video from the other day. I would like to stitch the needleworker. Actually, I don't want to stitch the needleworker. Let me get in here. I want to rechart that to say Needle Witch. I don't know if I'm talented enough to do it, but, you know, it could happen. So, the rest of the day, what is it? It is only 11:15. So I think I'm going to stitch down here for a little while longer, watch some more Flosstube, wait for Mark to get home, have some lunch, and then I will head upstairs for my stitch along. Stitch with me. One of those things. I don't know. It'll follow up this clip. We'll all be surprised. All right, as promised, we are going to do a stitch with me. I have actually just recorded 27 minutes of Stitch with Me, and I was so inarticulate and stupid sounding that I have decided to do that as a time lapse. We're going to start this conversation again. Oh yeah. I'm torn. I was planning on having a little rant, a little Hobby Lobby rant. That was going to be in good fun today. I don't think I want to put that there. I am not good at this at all. But now it seems kind of petty and stupid. And, I mean, let's put it this way. I will give Hobby Lobby my money. Pretty sure you know why. If you don't know why, ask. I'll definitely talk to you about it. It's not a big deal. Certainly nothing earth-shattering. Hobby Lobby isn't going to go out of business without me, but still. But I feel like after the shooting yesterday in Florida, I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to talk about anything too deep right now. Perhaps I am not in the right frame of mind. Perhaps I should just talk about my little pin stitch. Who doesn't like a little pin stitch? So this is what I've been trying to do recently, is end on a pin stitch
so that I don't have to go to the back. And then loop start again, so I don't have to go to the back. And yeah, so I don't have to go to the back. It's pretty much all to say. Sorry about that. I don't know if that popped up there, but my neighbor was calling. So, what else is going on? What else can we talk about that isn't, you know, earth-shattering? Trying to think of what's gone on in Stitch Mania. Oh, I have volunteered. Okay, apparently, I missed it. There was something about gridding. I didn't think gridding was something that none of us agreed on, or that we all totally disagreed on, or something. Somebody actually deleted their own post because they got blowback for talking about gridding. I don't even know what could have happened there. I don't know what this conversation could have been about. That people were being controversial. Katie had to get involved. I have just threaded my needle in a manner I don't even want to talk about what has happened here. Yeah, when Katie has to get involved because, well, can't talk to each other like rational people, it's gridding. Pull yourselves together. Oh my God, I'm just trying to thread a needle here. Y'all, this is not my gig. If I am not... neighbor outside now hollering. What is she doing? I think she's calling one of her dogs. Oh God, the dog probably got out. She's probably calling to warn me that the dog is out, and it's the dog that bit me. So, guys, what has happened here? What has gone terribly wrong? How has this happened? I think this has a knot in it, maybe? Just cut that then. Oh my God, what was I talking about? Gridding. Apparently she deleted her post because of gridding. I don't know. And luckily rational, decent people kind of came and said, that's bananas. You should never have to delete your thing unless you're being terribly rude, which she wasn't, and the whole thing. Anyway. I have volunteered. Let me tell you right now, there's absolutely no timeline on this. I'm going to do the most controversial pattern ever. Not so much the pattern, but I'm going to tape my edges. I'm going to grid with, I don't know, maybe ballpoint pen. I don't know, something like that. I am going to, what else? What else did I agree to? I agreed to many things. Oh, every once in a while I'm going to cross in the wrong direction. I think I am going to use hand-dyed floss and then wash it. I'm going to, maybe I won't complete my X's when using variegated floss. We'll do that. All the things that make the people the craziest, I'm going to do. And you know what's going to happen? Absolutely nothing. Nothing terrible is going to happen. So we can all just back off a little. I'm going to tape the edges, and when I'm done, I'm going to take the tape off. And you know what? If there's residue, it's going to be on the part that's going to be like stapled to a frame, or, you know, part of the seam allowance for making it into a pillow. It'll be fine. Things they brought up with the grids, but it will be fine. It'll all be fine. My phone is sending me messages. I don't know what it wants. Probably telling me I'm running out of battery, or I don't know what. I don't know what's going on. This is a terrible stitch along. Stitch with me. Stitch alongs are very specific things, Andrea. Maybe you could stop calling this a stitch along. Get your vocabulary straight. I have been, as I know I have mentioned more than once already,
touted on Instagram, which I have to tell you right now, I am bad at Instagram. I really am. I won't say I don't understand it. I understand how it works and everything. I don't like the fact that I can't control what I see in my feed. I can't just see my new stuff. I can't just see anything I want. I don't often think to post to Instagram, which is maybe something I need to get into a better habit of. I do not get the little notification thingy. Something's supposed to turn red in the top right-hand corner when I have a message. I don't get that. I don't know when there's messages. I don't know when there's messages, and sometimes I see that there's a message, can't get to the message. So that's a problem. But I also have an issue with, like, everybody's very excited because now you can follow a hashtag. I can't follow a hashtag. Like, I went online and found, like, the information on there, like, oh yeah, when you get this update and you have this version, you should be able to go here and you see, you know, hashtags being followed, this, that. I don't have that. I have the right version, and in fact, I deleted my version and reinstalled it just to make sure I had the most, you know, up-to-date version. I cannot follow hashtags. Can't follow hashtags. I don't know what to do. Something's wrong with my Instagram. But that is why it took me 2 days to find a post by Amy DeVille. And I feel bad because I feel like I have gotten into the habit of almost calling her like Cruella DeVille, Amy DeVille. I don't know if it's supposed to sound that way, but that's how it sounds when it comes out of my face. I had no idea that there were wonderful people saying wonderful things about me. Sorry, itchy nose. And I was slow to respond. And then I was standing with people, and I had, you know, my husband, and we were watching the Olympics, and it's like I didn't get to respond articulately. I was not articulate when I responded. So I just kind of sounded like a big dorky, thanks guys, oh my god, you're the best. But they are the best, because this is the best community. Nobody has been, like, rude to me, really. A couple of, like, rando messages that I don't even pay attention to. They're probably, like, 10-year-olds, and they're just bored. I'm more annoyed by the thumbs downies, not because you thumbs downied something, but because I don't know what your problem was, and maybe I could fix it. And, like, you know, Michelle was saying in I don't think the last video, but the video before or something, it's like, if I know what's wrong, maybe I can fix it, and then none of us have to, you know, thumbsy downy anything anymore. Or we could just establish that you and I aren't going to get along, and we can go our separate ways without wondering, you know, without wondering what might have been. Because you know what? You could be the viewer that got away. You could be the one that I could, you know, if somebody were like, I would really like it better if you never ever pointed the camera at you. Like, I would be sad, be a little upset. But at least I would know you don't like my face. And I will say that the vast majority of the videos I have that have thumbs down feature my face. I'm not saying that doesn't hurt, just a little bit. I'm teasing. It's actually kind of funny because one of the messages I have received was from somebody saying, like, oh, you know, you don't have to hide behind the camera. You know, you look just fine. You should just, you know, go ahead and sit in front of the camera and all this. And I was like, oh, aren't you sweet? Very sweet. Honestly, I'm not hiding. I'm not. I mean, I joke about, you know, apologizing for having to see my face again. But I'm honestly not hiding. Usually the issue is, well, one, this is just easier for me to pick up the camera when I've got something to talk about, point it at what I'm talking about, And like, as you can see, I can't do two things at once. I can't talk about something and do it at the same time. So that's just easier for me to do it that way. Secondly, the vast majority of the time I am filming, like, you know, I come home from work, I eat, I put on pajama bottoms and, you know, a sweatshirt. I put my hair up in a, you know, what generously could be called a messy bun. Probably more realistic to call it that wad on the top of my head. And, you know, I start stitching for the night. And I, you know, point the camera as I think of things. You know, if I had to stop and turn the camera around, that would be frightening. That would not be something that anybody would want to encourage. And if I sat down once a week with my hair did and collected all the stuff around me, I'd forget half of what interesting stuff I thought of while I was stitching it or when I came across it. I would forget about stuff that I read on Facebook or, you know, X number of days later or even hours later. It would seem less interesting to me, so I just wouldn't even bother. So this is just really a better way for me to do my videos. And I like editing. I know a lot of people don't. Sometimes I think people almost kind of take pride in not wanting to edit, which is weird, but whatever. You know, because there are some people who will be like, you know, sorry, don't edit. Sorry, it's not going to happen. Not going to, you know. Don't edit. Don't edit if you don't want to edit. I like putting in pictures. I like doing video in video. I like transitions. I like music. I like all kinds of things. So I like to edit. I know that sometimes I have unnecessarily blurred things out just because I wanted to learn how to blur things out. I do that. That happens. I think I did get a message from somebody at one point. They were like, oh, I don't want you to get in trouble. You usually blur out parts of your pattern and you didn't for this video. And I just ran out of time. It's not that big a deal to me if it's just, you know, a part of a pattern or a little pattern. You know, something that I've held away from the camera a bit. You're not getting anything off of that. But sometimes when I'm sitting there and I'm putting it together, I'll be like, I'm going to track that. I'm going to blur that out. And so I do. But yeah, I like to edit. But I don't mind being in front of the camera. I just don't always have the time. So if I can make a video 2 minutes at a time, 2 minutes at a time throughout the week, I do that. Where are we here? Am I even doing this right? I certainly hope so. I don't know why. Sometimes checkerboards mess with me. Like, it doesn't look like they should line up, even when they do. So yeah, I guess today's Stitch With Me has turned into a no particular topic kind of chat, which I guess is good. Maybe next week I'll do my Hobby Lobby rant. Or I'll find out why it is we got all angry at somebody for talking about gridding. If anybody saw that post, let me know. I mean, what is she gridding with? Like human hair or something? Because that would be gross. But still, I don't think anything to freak out over. As long as it's her hair. I don't think I have any issue with anybody gridding. I've not like fully gridded before, but you've seen me have guidelines on my
projects. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think I have the patience to grid a whole project, and my fear would be that somewhere along the line I made a mistake, and that mistake would translate through all the rest of the grids. So like if I felt like I needed to, I would like not think twice about maybe just gridding this area to make sure stuff lines up. But I don't think I need to do all of Death by Cross Stitch. In fact, I think I'd be a little bananas to try. Let me just count here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 more rows, and then we work our way back. Ta-da! I forever forget like what end I finish on. Like I couldn't remember if I finished here or here. Did I get it right? I think I did. I was setting up the camera for this, and I understand that I keep saying, I'm going to set up the camera so that my big old hand isn't in the way the whole time. And here's my big old hand. I cannot remember time after time how I set up the camera. I know I would rather have it over to the side. I know I like the way it came out when I did the crown. Could I replicate that today? No. In fact, I kept putting the phone in the holder the wrong way. Whatever. I have covered so many topics in the, 15 minutes? Not even, that I have been babbling. I have no focus. I need to do a tag. I watched Michelle do a tag today, and it was Danielle who, I guess, I don't think she made it up, but she either did it first or I don't know. So I kind of liked the questions because they were a little bouncy, a little random, you know. I don't know why I would be attracted to anything random. They're kind of pretty good questions. Some of them I don't think I would have answers to. Like they, you know, what's your favorite piece of jewelry? I don't think I have one. I used to wear jewelry all the time. And now it's all habit. I've just gotten out of the habit of so many things. And I never got into the habit. I wear my wedding band, but I don't wear my engagement ring because it scares me and I'm afraid that I will lose it. And if I lost it, I would never forgive myself, ever, ever. So I just don't wear it. You know, the wedding band, it's not going anywhere. That thing is stuck on. But I used to wake up with the engagement ring tangled in my hair. So like every morning I was having to unleash it from my hair. It's bad. So it lives somewhere safe. And maybe someday I'll be buried with it. That's not true. I'm not going to be buried. I'll be cremated. Because I'm trying to be responsible. Really, just, oh, come on. Here we go. But that'll be a conversation for another day. We'll talk about burial versus cremation. Won't that be fun? Huh, guys? Won't that be fun? I'm thinking of going back into selling on eBay. But I'm not really sure what. I used to sell thrift store finds, and I used to sell error coins and error notes. I don't know if you have ever looked too carefully at your money. I'm just marking my pattern, so you see weird wiggling going on here. I love coins and
notes. And occasionally things come out of the mint and the treasury with errors. Sometimes, if I think of it, I will insert some pictures so that you know what I'm talking about. Did I skip a row? I don't think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta-da! That looks really close. Are there actually an... Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe there's room. Oof. Okay. I'm just thinking this band coming down here, it doesn't look like there's room in here for the heart, but I guess maybe... Yeah, oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know I'm digressing. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's the same width as that heart. So yeah, that should probably fit. Maybe to make myself feel better, I should do that border. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All right. What was he saying? Oh, my Lord. Error coins. Error coins and notes. Hopefully I had the presence of mind to putting some pictures in there. But yeah, I used to be obsessed. I mean, obsessed. I had a microscope. I had a microscope to look at money, to find errors, and sell them on eBay. And when you're thinking, what in the world? You can't sell money. Well, first of all, yes, you can. And second of all, I once sold a dime for $7. A dime. Just a dime that I found in my change in my pocketbook. $7. Because there had been some grease or something in the way when the die came down to strike the coin, and it had a very specific kind of pattern to it that kind of helps identify how it was formed. $7. I sold, I think, was it a dollar bill? Maybe a $5 bill? With an interesting serial number. It's called a radial, which means that, like, the numbers read, it's like a palindrome. They read forward and backwards. They come out from the middle, though. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Something like that. I don't know. But I think it was actually a little more interesting than that because it only used like 3 numbers, and I will look it up and put the details up. Either way, I think I sold that for something like $20. So, and I mean, that was just found paying attention to the serial numbers. So, not a lot of effort going into that part of it. So I was thinking maybe I would go back to doing that because, you know, the minute your house starts having plumbing issues, you really start to think whether you should buy that next pattern or if you should kit up that next pattern. I need to buy some fabric, and I'm not buying it because kind of just don't want to spend any extra money right now. But if I had even 25, 30 bucks coming in a month, that would do me just fine. Yeah, because now I have this sudden delightful influx of stitchy kindness. I've got to do some of these. I need to get some Aida. I want to get black Aida to do the skull pattern that Jay gave me. That's like first and foremost. Then I have Wizard's Gate. Then I have Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Let me say that again.
Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Yes, I have that. I don't know what to do with myself. So yeah, I have to get me some Tucky money or I have to get a second job. And I do not have time for a second job. I have time for the first job I have. Never mind a second job. Because you know me. I'll go get a job at Hobby Lobby. And make a nuisance of myself. No, I would not do that. I would not. I don't go into people's houses and tell them how to think. I'm not going to go work for Hobby Lobby and try to change them from the inside. That's just rude. But yeah, if I ever got a job over at Joann's or Michael's, that wouldn't even be a job. They wouldn't even have to pay me. Just keep track of last week's sales and stuff sold to me, and then I'll just work that off this coming week. We'll just keep doing that. All right, you guys, I have bored you long enough because even I'm bored. I'm not bored. But yeah, if I can't rant and rave, I don't think I'm all that interesting. So I will check in with you guys later. I'm going to probably work on this a little bit more, but I'm going to unclamp the camera and we'll see what my neighbor wanted. And then I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for stitching with me, guys. Bye. Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. I thought maybe I would end this week's video with a little stitch with me. Did attempt to record more than one of these this week, and I think probably they ended up being time-lapse videos because I go random fast and I get weird and ranty and it wasn't making a lot of sense. So I think I gave up on those and decided to... Oh, is this going to be a focus problem? Great. Decided to just... It's in the thing in the... Oh my heavens, come on. Let's just try this again. I unfortunately did not get a chance to get the questions for some tags, because that might be the safer route for me, so that I don't go off on wild tangents. Or at the very least, if I do, they're about, you know, less stressful subjects than Facebook and Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby, whatever. Because, you know, part of me says you have a channel and you have an audience, and maybe you've already screwed this up. What have I done here? I've already screwed this up. I'm starting screwed up. No wonder this looks wrong. Okay, so instead of stitch with me, it'll be pick with me. No, what it is we'll just start somewhere else, and then I will pick this out later. So let's just get rid of this. Oh, and I started with a loop, which means it's going to be tough to pull out. You know, this is not going well already. Yeah, these, there should not be like all of these. I think this should only be like 3 across. Anyway. So what was I saying? Oh, this isn't going to come out because it's looped and, Okay, hold on. We'll speed this bit up or something. Seriously, 3 minutes in and it's already chaos. It's already chaos. No wonder that looked wrong to me the whole time I was doing it. All right. So instead of working there, we will work somewhere else. We will work up here. All right, back at it. So what is something innocuous that we can talk about that isn't going to get anyone all up in arms? I know, gun control. No. No, I can't talk about guns anymore because I can't be objective anymore. I can't be tolerant of other people's beliefs in guns, about guns. You can't defend them to me anymore. I just don't buy it. So we won't talk about that. What is my next start going to be? That couldn't possibly upset anybody. All right, so here's my thing. So we've been paying plumbers now for the past few weeks. As you know, about a month or so ago, we had our side room done. I have just leased a new car. I don't have a ton of money laying around. So kitting up projects is not the easiest of endeavors. Because I like nice fabric. It doesn't have to be like, I'm not getting under the sea fabric or, you know, anything like that. Nothing hand dyed. But like I need some, what I think is going to be 18 count Aida. I have to look at the pattern. I need black Aida for the skull project or the skull pattern that Jay sent me because I want to start that. But I can't just order Aida and pay shipping on that. I would have to order more than one thing. So if I was going to do that, I might as well get something for Wizard's Gate. And I might as well get something for... That's not in the right place. I might as well get the fabric for Hawk Run Hollow. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Have I mentioned? Somebody sent me Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Still don't know what to do with myself there. I don't even know. So yeah, to make it worth paying shipping, because I've been spoiled by Amazon, I should probably get the fabric for all 3 projects at the same time. That's a lot of money to just put out there into the world without discussing with my husband, anything like that. So I don't know. The Aida thing I might be able to solve. See, it's a long pattern. Probably at some point I've put up a picture of it. Or else I would just try to get, like I have 18 count Aida, but not big pieces, not long pieces. Because I could just dye it black. Although the other day I was going through my RIT dyes, of which I have only like 4. But one of them isn't black, which I thought was weird because really that would have been the thing that I bought. So it's either hiding or it's like in with the Halloween stuff. I don't know. Decisions, dilemmas. I was thinking, because we've discussed how I love stitching B5200 and the like. It looks like that skull banner is all done in white. Again, I'm not a fan. But what if I took some white and like tea dyed it? But so like it was variegated? That might look kind of cool. And then I was thinking maybe tea dyeing, or maybe like even starting with a crew and putting some red on it to make it look a little bloody. A la, I'm afraid I don't know her name, but she is now famous for her Lizzie Borden treatment. So I'm going to call it the Lizzie Borden treatment. So something kind of like that. So then, you know, my brain started working. It does that occasionally. And I said, well, why not stitch it in the white thread and then do some post damage to it? Throw some red dye so that it looks like it was, like it gives the impression that it was stitched and then destroyed. Not like, you know, somebody was stitching with thread that was bloody. That sounds attractive. So I have options. But I need to settle on something. I need to find a way to make a little more money. I need a side gig. I was looking, you know, since they're about to demonetize me as of, I think, the 20th. I did manage to get to 20 bucks, people. We did it. You and me together. We did it. So hopefully, you know, I don't think they've said out loud. I like to think that if they're going to drop us from the program, they're going to at least pay the money that's built up, which for me would be about $20-something. I'd like to at least get the 20 bucks. That'd be nice. But since that's going to go away soon, I need to find, what do the kids call it? My side hustle? I used to sell on eBay, mostly, what do you call it? Thrift store stuff. Let me tell you, kids, I was thrifting before y'all were thrifting. There was, oh God, more now. Probably 11 years ago, I think it was, that I was out of work for about a year. And that kept me going. I mean, not only did it bring in a little money, it kept me sane. It kept me doing things. I was not a happy camper when I was out of work. Although right now, my current work situation, I might welcome a few weeks of severance before having to go looking again. But I digress. So yeah, I mean, I could go back to selling on eBay. I just feel weird, like, trying to make money on YouTube. Kind of because of the nature of the channel. Because it's almost like, you know, you're making money off your friends, rather than being one of those channels that has, like, you know, 1 million subscribers. Well, yeah, you're not friends with 1 million people. Why is that doing that? So, you know, a lot of them are just their viewers, and they can watch an ad and like it. But when it's like your friends and people you talk to, it's kind of weird. Oh, I have a knot. Of course I have a knot. I have a knot on the back where I can't see it. I can't flip the frame over because the things and the stuff. So what do we do? What do we do? We try to get it down here. Or do we try to pull it through? Can we get it through without being... No. It's one of those knots. Alright, kids. We may have to pause here a minute. Flip this. You silly thing. Oh, it's not the kind of knot you can pull out. Oh, you just jerky bleeping thing. Son of a... Where was we? We was here. Ugh, really? It's like I'm new at this. Alright. So, making money. I really can't get like a second, like a retail job or anything, because I can't always guarantee what hours I'm working, because my job is insane right now. There are some days where it's like I didn't even really need to come in. There's absolutely nothing for me to do. I'm so far ahead of the game. And then there are other days where it's like, get me out of here. I've been here for 12 hours. I need to get out. With no end in sight. So, yeah. This is the part where I forget to talk because I'm also looking at my pattern. Do I have another knot? No. So yeah, so I definitely think the next project I'm going to start is the skull banner. And in my head, I know I can say, I know the name is Alessandra Adelaide. See, it sounds fine in my head, and then when I try to make my mouth do it, it just sounds like I'm an idiot. I know that happens at other times as well, but this time it's just happening because of this. We should just call it like AA or something. I'm just going to call it the skull banner, and y'all just going to know what I'm talking about. Because, you know, you get me. Oh, I know at the beginning of this video, this has absolutely nothing to do with anything we were just talking about. At the beginning of this video, I believe I recorded the giving away of some patterns out of some magazines. And while I was looking at them today, hold on, I noticed not on the pattern, but on like the key and some of like the page around the pattern, the person who gave them to me had made like some little notes and things. I don't think it interferes with doing the pattern one bit, but I am just kind of giving you fair warning that these are, you know, there may be writing on the pages. I can't imagine why anybody would have an issue with that, but this is the internet and stuff gets weird out here. And trust me, I was born to weird. You know, weird is not foreign to me. It gets weird out here. I may have mentioned it. See, this is the problem. Is when I say to myself, oh, I probably won't use those rants, so nobody will know that I talked about this Facebook post, so I should have details about it. And then when I go to, you know, edit this together, I'll be like, well, that doesn't sound nearly as insane as I thought it did, so I guess I'll use it. And then that means that now I'm talking about the same thing twice. And now, y'all don't know what the hell I'm talking about. This is hard. Facebook post, Stitch Mania. I did not see the original post,
but I saw a follow-up from a woman who apparently had posted something about gridding, and it had become so contentious that I guess Katie had shut down the comments, and the woman was like just so sorry she had even mentioned it that she deleted the thread, and she was kind of apologizing for, you know, even bringing it up and the whole thing. What could we possibly be talking about gridding that would cause people to get obnoxious? It's gridding. Do it. Don't do it. It makes no difference to anyone. What was that about? It gets weird out here. People give thumbs down to cross-stitching videos. Nobody knows why. There was another weirdness that I noticed. Probably not that I noticed, but that somebody brought up, and I went, yeah, that is a weird thing that people do. Oh, now I've totally lost the plot. Let's see. Where were we? Where did we start? The internet is weird. Oh, what people could possibly have a problem with if there's writing on the magazine page, the pattern that they're getting for free. Yes, somebody will complain if I don't mention it. So I'm mentioning it. And I will try to mention it in coming weeks when I actually do the giveaway thing. Because, seriously, it's just not something I thought to look at. Like whether she had written on the page, because I didn't care. But when I noticed it was there, I figured somebody might care. I don't know what y'all do with things. I feel like, am I even doing this right? Golly, I hope so. Yeah, that looks kind of right. Guess what? We're going with it, so better be right. If not, we'll have that pick with me video. Actually, maybe I will record the picking and we'll do that sped up, and it'll just look like, I don't know. Is that what, there was somebody whose channel was reverse stitching. I couldn't figure out what that was. I'm like, does she mean back stitching? Is that another, oh, really? But no, I guess it's frogging, which is cute. I never thought of it as reverse stitching, but if I have that completely wrong, tell me, don't tell me, whatever. I wish I knew some Hawaiian words, but I don't. I know pineapple. I know that Kona coffee is good. That's about it. I wish I knew some Albanian words, only because nobody knows where Albania is. So it's always exotic when I bring it up. But I don't. I mean, I know words, but like bread is book, and your butt is your bruises. But, you know, that's just stuff my mom told me. What else? Everybody else's Stitch With Me's are, like, on topic. I need to do a tag or something. Maybe I'll make up my own tag. And it'll be the, you know, if you're still watching after this tag is done, you have a, you know, it says more about you than it does me. Something like that. I don't know. What could I tell people that would freak them out? Because really, that's sort of my go-to. That's my default is, hey, this will make everyone go crazy. Let's do it. Let's see. I said I was going to do this probably for about a half hour, and I've been at it for 20 odd minutes. So that's not terrible. Of course, some of it's going to get cut out because reasons.
so much to think about. And stitch. I think I did do a tag once. I don't know if it had a name or whatever, but I think I mentioned that I have my teaching degree. And that I quite possibly could have ended up being your kid's kindergarten teacher. Let that sink in. See, I did this weird and now I don't know where I am. Where am I? Okay, I have to mark the pattern or else I won't know what's going on. So we are here next. Okay, my foot has fallen asleep because I was sitting on it because I'm a dumbass. And now it's filled with ginger ale and I can't handle it and it's upsetting me. And if you'd never realized that when your foot falls asleep, it gets filled with ginger ale, now you know. Ah! Oh, this is terrible. Oh my goodness, I'm falling apart. So I had a day off yesterday. Oh my God, I'm just everywhere. I had a day off from work and I didn't get to have a day off from work because one, there was a plumber. I really should put no, I definitely should not. I should not show you the video of my drain out to the sewer. That's nasty. And I guarantee you it is nasty and you don't want to see. It was kind of funny because he kept talking about, you know, that when they come out and they clear out the drain, you know, oh yeah, we move a lot of paper along, and I'm sitting there thinking, it's not paper that's the problem, is it, sir? We're not really talking about paper, are we? No, we're not. We're talking about terrible, terrible things. Oh, and I kind of did this wrongish. Well, it's not that bad. Pin stitch and finish. We'll just pick that back up. Oh my God, drains, yes. So the plumber came and then I was gonna do some things. And then my neighbor called and then there was driving neighbor to the doctor, which turned into, can you take me to CVS so I can drop off the prescriptions? Which turned into, hey, we're not actually dropping them off. We're gonna wait for them to be filled. So when I got home, I was kind of done. So I went to Brian's. He calms me. All right, let's see here. So, like, there's just nothing more frustrating than, like, having a day off, quote unquote, and not feeling like you had a day off. It's like I wanted a day off from my life, not just a day off from work. But, you know, what you gonna do? All right, start this. See, this is my problem, is I have just wandered all over creation. Which is the same problem I had with the other two videos that I recorded for Stitch With Me. So what am I going to end up using? Random babbling number 1, random babbling number 2, random babbling number 3, none of the above. We'll just make them all time lapses and be done with it. Could be anything. Should have just talked about the Olympics.
I think the Olympics is something we can all agree on. Even if you don't enjoy the Olympics, like you don't watch it, I don't think there's anybody who's like morally opposed to the Olympics. Like there's nobody that's gonna do the whole thumbs downy thing because Olympics. Like, ew, you like competitive sports? You like nations coming together, and rather than having political issues, they just, do their thing? Yeah, I like the Olympics. I like the Olympics a lot. Like a lot. Probably an unhealthy amount. I will say out loud in front of people right now, I am the least athletic person ever. But yeah, I think everybody wants to be an Olympian. I remember being very small and wanting to do the gymnastics with the ribbon. Not the gymnastics with the ball or the clubs, because those are dumb. But the ribbon was very cool. I think it's rhythmic gymnastics or something. Needless to say, that did not materialize. And now that I'm a grown-up, I like watching curling because I feel like that is a sport that I have at least the smallest, slimmest of chances that I could actually try without hurting myself. A lot. Often. I might hurt other people. But there's hollering, and so if there's hollering, you should be paying attention. I'm throwing a rock. You should be paying attention. Oh, that doesn't go there. Alright, we will just finish this bit. And then I will say goodbye for this week. There was something I wanted to ask. Does anybody know Cheryl, who won the Namaste pattern? I'm a little concerned because I got her address and I sent off the package. And I didn't hear, which is, normal. Not everybody just says, hey, I got your stuff and all the thing. But when I sent a message on Instagram, I still haven't gotten a response, and I noticed that she hadn't posted to Instagram in a while. Like in a week or so. So that could mean that they are on vacation or that something is wrong, and I'm hoping that nothing is wrong. But if anybody knows her and can just, I just wanted to check on her, make sure she got her package, because if she didn't, I need to make that right, and I just want to make sure she's okay. So I'm going to pick this out, and maybe I'll make you watch. I don't know. We'll film it, and then we'll find out. How's that sound? I will talk to you later, guys. Bye.